Satan wants you to ignore this, because if you watch it, Archangel Michael will break the curse that's been haunting you for years. There is a reason you were drawn to this message today, a reason it found its way to you when it did. Heaven has been watching you, every silent cry, every battle you faced alone, every moment where darkness tried to make you feel forgotten. But this moment is not a mistake. Archangel Michael has come with a word that could change everything. And Satan, he is terrified you will keep listening. You see, there is a curse that has been circling your life for years. It came quietly, like a whisper behind your back. Some days it looked like constant financial lack. Other times it wore the mask of betrayal, sickness, delays, or depression. You tried to pray it away. You tried to fast it away. You tried to ignore it. But it stayed. Why? Because the curse wasn't just an event. It was a spiritual rope, tied to your name, knotted in secret. Archangel Michael says this curse was planted long ago by someone who was jealous of your destiny. They didn't need to speak much, only to speak at the right moment. And from that moment forward, certain things in your life began to unravel. Doors that should have opened slammed shut. Relationships that should have brought peace brought pain instead. Generational patterns appeared, repeating themselves like a broken record. This is not superstition. This is not fear-mongering. This is truth, deep, spiritual truth. And you've known it for a long time. Somewhere inside, your spirit has whispered, something is not right. You may have heard people say, that's just life. But Archangel Michael says, no, that is not life. That is a curse. And curses can be broken, but only when you acknowledge them and take prophetic action. The moment you started watching this, the curse began to tremble. The dark spirit behind it knows that its time is short, because what's about to be revealed in the next few parts will expose its hiding place. Light is coming to the dark corners of your life, and Satan is panicking, because the very curse he used to block your blessings is about to be turned into the key that unlocks your deliverance. Archangel Michael is here. His sword is drawn. Heaven has been dispatched. But there's something important you need to understand before the deliverance begins. Your agreement matters. This curse has stayed alive because, without realizing it, you may have agreed with it through fear, hopelessness, or confusion. But now you're about to break that agreement. You're about to come into agreement with God's voice, not Satan's trap. This is your first divine instruction. Stay until the end. Do not scroll away. Do not get distracted. This is not just another video. This is a spiritual courtroom, and your name is on the case file. Archangel Michael says, this is the moment you rise. Type I cancel every hidden curse in Jesus' name to receive blessing 3211. Satan is not always loud. Sometimes, he hides in the little things. A delay. A text message that ruins your mood. A forgotten bill. An argument with someone close. These are not just small things. They are tactics. The enemy uses distraction because he knows that if he can take your focus, he can block your freedom. He fears your attention. He fears your agreement with God. Archangel Michael says this message has been sent to you more than once, but every time, something stopped you from watching it all the way. Maybe you were too tired. Maybe your phone rang. Maybe you felt a sudden disinterest. That was not a coincidence. That was spiritual interference. Satan has been working to make sure this truth never enters your heart, because when it does, the curse breaks. Type I break free from all distractions to receive blessing 4177. You've seen the patterns. Every time something good begins, something strange happens. When money comes in, a sudden expense appears. When peace is near, a fight erupts. When joy rises, depression sneaks in. These are not random. They are signs of a spiritual curse. A curse that was assigned to follow you, not to destroy you at once, but to wear you down slowly over time. Archangel Michael says this was a timed curse. It was activated the moment you came close to your divine path. Someone saw your potential and did not want you to rise. A jealous word was spoken. A secret ritual may have been performed. A curse of delay was released into the spiritual atmosphere, aimed directly at your name, your gifts, your peace. And it has followed you like a shadow ever since. Type I cancel every hidden trap to receive blessing 4555. Many people think curses come with thunder and screaming. But this one came with stillness. It came with quiet chaos. You started forgetting things, losing time, getting stuck, feeling exhausted for no reason, confused without knowing why. This was a dark spirit trying to dim your light. It couldn't touch your spirit directly, so it touched your emotions, your focus, your surroundings. But now it has been exposed. The Lord says, what was hidden will now be revealed. The chains that held you in circles will melt like wax before the fire of my word. And Archangel Michael stands at your side, holding a sword of deliverance. You are not watching this alone. Angels are surrounding you now, cutting the cords, burning the lies, and destroying the invisible walls that kept you locked in the past. Type I am not stuck. I am sent to receive blessing 4891. Maybe you've asked yourself why your life feels like a loop. Why do you meet the same kind of people? Why do the same problems return again and again? Why does success come so close then slip away? These are not normal experiences. These are signals. They are spiritual red flags. The enemy hoped you'd be too tired to notice. But now you do. You've probably been told to just move on or to stay positive. But how can you move on when your soul is tied to things you don't understand? That's why this message is so important. Because it doesn't ask you to pretend. It brings you truth. It pulls back the curtain. It gives you a spiritual weapon to strike the heart of the problem, not the surface, but the root. Type I now hold the sword of truth to receive blessing 5233. The enemy has planted watchers in your life, people and spirits whose job is to keep you stuck. These watchers are not always people with evil faces. Sometimes they come as lovers, friends, or even leaders. Their words seem caring, but their presence brings confusion. Their advice sounds wise, but it causes doubt. Your closeness always seems to cost you your peace. These are not coincidences. These are sent. But Archangel Michael says they are losing their assignment now. Because you have stepped into spiritual awareness. Because you are listening. Because you have opened the scroll of truth and heaven is writing your name in the book of breakthrough. Every lie is now being reversed. Every spiritual legal right that curse had, it's being stripped away. Type my name is now written in light to receive blessing 5920. Even now, some of you feel the tension. Maybe your heart is racing. Maybe you feel a pressure lifting. Maybe you're crying and don't know why. That's not emotion. That's deliverance. That's breakthrough. That's God reaching into your soul and saying, enough. He is speaking life where the enemy spoke defeat. He is replacing the voice of darkness with the voice of your divine destiny. This curse was meant to make you quit. But instead, you're rising. This message has already begun the unraveling. Heaven is rejoicing. Hell is panicking. The devil failed to stop this word from reaching you, and now the damage is being reversed. This is not the end. This is only the beginning of your escape. Type I rise as heaven watches to receive blessing 6621. There is a door inside your life that Satan has been trying to keep you from opening. This door is not made of wood or glass. It is a spiritual door. It opens when you understand the truth about who you are and what has been attacking you. The moment you step toward it, every demon that has followed you begins to shake. Why? Because this door leads to freedom, and curses cannot survive freedom. Archangel Michael says that many people walk their whole lives and never open this door. They keep praying, but they don't know what to pray for. They keep trying to move forward, but something always pulls them back. It's because the door must be opened with a key, and that key is knowledge. That key is spiritual awareness. The curse loses power the moment you know how it works. Type I now hold the key of light to receive blessing 6002. The curse over your life may have started long before you were born. It could have entered through a family member's actions, a broken vow, a secret word, or even a spiritual contract that was made by someone else. But even if you didn't start it, you can be the one who ends it. You are the chosen one in your bloodline to break the pattern. The door is waiting for you to open it. Satan fears you waking up. He fears you realizing that your pain has a pattern, and your pattern has a purpose. When you realize that your struggle wasn't random but targeted, something changes. Your spirit rises. You stop seeing yourself as cursed, and you start seeing yourself as called. This is what the enemy wanted to block all along. Top I break every inherited curse to receive blessing 6328. The enemy has been trying to keep your eyes closed. That's why so many of your attacks came through confusion. You felt lost. You felt foggy. You couldn't explain what was wrong. But that fog was not natural. It was spiritual blindness sent to keep you from seeing the door. But now the fog is lifting. Now you are starting to see clearly. And what you see will set you free. When you open this door, you won't just be free. You'll begin to see your calling clearly. You'll start hearing the right instructions. You'll stop falling for the same tricks. And you'll start attracting blessings instead of burdens. Because curses operate in darkness, but blessings multiply in light. And you are walking into the light now. Type I walk in the light of my calling to receive blessing 6883. Sometimes curses hide in the words spoken over your life. Words like you'll never be enough, or nothing ever works out for you, or you're just like your father. These words become chains. They build invisible prisons. But God is now speaking new words over you. Words like you are my child, and you are called, and you are healed. Let those words sink into your soul now. They are weapons. This is why you're still here. Even after all you've been through, you survived. You didn't give up. That wasn't just strength. That was your spirit refusing to die. Heaven has always known who you are. That's why Archangel Michael has come now, to make sure you hear it for yourself. Because once you believe it, nothing can stop you. Type I cancel every word curse to receive blessing 7033. The spiritual door is open now. You can feel it. The heaviness is breaking. The fear is falling. The voice of God is louder than the lies you've believed. It doesn't matter who cursed you, how long it's been there, or how strong the pattern seemed. You are now holding the sword of awareness. You are now standing in the room where curses die and destinies rise. Satan wanted you to ignore this, but you didn't. You kept watching. And now, the curse is trembling, because your obedience is stronger than the enemy's plan, and your faith is louder than your fear. Type: the door is open. I am free to receive blessings 7,440. You are not just watching a message, you are stepping into battle. And every time you sow into this ministry, you help someone else break their curse too. God is using your support as a weapon against darkness. Every gift you give through super thanks, membership, or PayPal becomes like oil on the fire of freedom. The word says, "He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed." And right now, God is watching what you do next. I feel led to say this to you. If this message has awakened your spirit, then your seed will awaken deliverance for someone else. This is not just giving, it's prophecy in action. The PayPal link is in the video description below. Light the altar. Multiply the fire. Let heaven record your faith. Now act. Sow into this move of God. Don't delay. Archangel Michael says one of the most dangerous curses is the one that steals your voice. When your voice is taken, your strength is taken. The devil knows that your words carry power. Heaven moves when you speak in faith. Demons flee when you speak with boldness. But if the enemy can shut your mouth, he can block your breakthrough. And that is what he has tried to do for many years. You've had many moments when you wanted to speak up for yourself, for others, for truth, but something held you back. It felt like fear. It felt like heaviness. Sometimes it felt like no one would understand you anyway. So you stayed quiet. You buried your thoughts. You swallowed your emotions. You gave up your words. That silence was not natural. That silence was spiritual. It was a curse. Type: my voice will rise to receive blessing 7,551. This curse came from a moment in your life where your voice was shut down, maybe in childhood, maybe in a relationship, maybe in church. Someone silenced you, and something dark entered at that moment. It wrapped around your voice. It fed you lies. It said your words didn't matter. It said no one cared what you had to say. It said your voice was weak. But it was not weak. It was powerful. And that's why the enemy fought it. He saw what your voice could do. He saw that your praise could shatter chains. He saw that your words could shift rooms. He saw that your prayers would touch heaven and bring deliverance. So he whispered lies to make you doubt it. He covered your mouth with fear and shame. Type: I speak truth over my life to receive blessings 7,884. Archangel Michael says, the veil is lifting now. What was buried is rising. Your voice is coming back to life. You will not whisper in fear anymore. You will speak with boldness. You will declare your healing. You will cry out in prayer and angels will move. You will speak the word of God and light will fill the room. Your silence is over. Your voice is being restored. The Lord says, I put my fire in your mouth. You are not meant to stay quiet. You are meant to declare His glory. You are meant to rebuke the devil and tear down strongholds. When you speak, heaven listens. When you declare, earth must shift. This is why the enemy fought your voice. But today you take it back. Type: my words are weapons to receive blessing 8009. Think back. How many times did things go wrong the moment you decided to speak boldly? How often did you feel misunderstood, ignored, or pushed aside right after sharing your heart? That wasn't just people being difficult. That was spiritual resistance. The curse wanted you to believe your voice brought pain. But that was a lie. Your voice brings freedom. This is why your voice must return. Because it's not just about you. Others need what's inside you. Your family needs your words. Your children need your wisdom. Your friends need your courage. Your prayers will protect people you don't even know. You are a voice in the wilderness. You are a trumpet of truth. You are a breaker of curses. Taught my silence ends today to receive blessing 8222. There is something powerful that happens when you begin to speak life. You break every agreement with darkness. You cancel every lie. You pull your future into the present. Life and death are in the tongue, and now you will choose life. No more saying I'll never get free, or it always goes wrong. Those words are seeds of the curse. You must now speak the words of the blessing. Say out loud, I am free. I am chosen. I am rising. My voice is blessed. My words carry fire. Every time you speak these truths, heaven comes closer. The enemy grows weaker. The chains lose their power. And the curse that silenced your voice begins to die. Type I speak life into my future to receive blessing 8510. Now hear this clearly. Your voice is a sword. Your voice is a flame. It doesn't matter what they said about you. It doesn't matter what was spoken over you. God is speaking now. And He says, I have called you by name. Your voice is mine. No weapon formed against it will prosper. You are rising again. You are speaking again. And this time, nothing will silence you. The curse is broken. The silence is over. Your voice has returned with power. Type I speak with holy fire to receive blessing 8999. There are times when you feel like something good is coming, but it never fully arrives. It's like standing near an open window but never feeling the wind. That's what a blessing blocker does. It doesn't stop the blessing from being sent. It just blocks it from reaching you. And Archangel Michael says, this is one of the curses that's been working against you. You've prayed. You've believed. You fasted. You've tried everything. Yet right when the breakthrough seems close, it slips away. A door closes. An opportunity disappears. A relationship ends. A bill comes. That is not random. That is spiritual interference. It is a curse of blockage, a wall between you and your answered prayer. Type the wall is falling to receive blessing 7310. Many times, people feel like God is ignoring them. But the truth is, He already sent the answer. It's just being blocked in the spirit realm. Daniel in the Bible faced this too. His prayer was heard on the first day, but the enemy delayed the angel carrying the answer for 21 days. That same thing has been happening to you. Answers were sent but never arrived. Archangel Michael is a warrior angel. He was the one sent to fight the spirit that blocked Daniel's answer. And now, he has been sent to you. You are not crazy. The delay was real. The blessing was real. But the blockage was also real. And now the battle is real. But here's the good news. This time, the blockage will not survive. Type my answer is arriving now to receive blessing 7491. Your blessing is not lost. It has a name tag on it. It was always meant for you. God didn't forget you. But the curse tried to intercept it. It stood in the middle and caused chaos. Some of that chaos showed up as confusion in your mind. Some of it came as bad timing. Some came as fear. But the root cause was spiritual, a wall the enemy built to keep you in a dry place. That wall is now shaking. The angels are pressing against it. The more you agree with heaven, the weaker the wall becomes. Every declaration you make weakens it. Every act of faith cracks it. Every moment you stay in this message, light shines through it. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You are at the wall, and the wall is about to fall. I tear down the delay to receive blessing 7623. The enemy used this curse to make you give up right before your breakthrough. You were almost there, almost healed, almost free, almost chosen, almost stable, almost joyful. But that almost was the enemy's weapon. He hoped you'd stop trying. He hoped you'd believe the lie that it's not for you. But Archangel Michael is shouting from heaven, it is for you. It has always been for you. When the wall breaks, everything changes. You'll begin to see sudden shifts. Answers you forgot about will show up. People who ignored you will call. Opportunities will return. Your body may even feel lighter. That's because the spiritual pressure is lifting. The curse that blocked you is dying. And blessings are being released into your timeline. I open my hands to receive to get blessings 7757. But listen closely. After the wall breaks, stay close to God. Don't go back to old patterns. Don't fall for distractions. The enemy may try one last time to block you again. But you will not be fooled. You are now aware. You are now ready. Your spiritual eyes are open. Your voice has power, and your destiny is moving forward. You may feel waves of emotion right now. You might cry. You might feel like shouting. That's not just emotion. It's spiritual release. Your soul knows something is happening. This is not just another moment. This is a divine appointment. This is your Red Sea moment. The wall is parting. The curse is breaking, and the blessing is rushing in. You waited long. You fought hard. You stayed faithful when no one saw. Heaven has kept record of every tear, every sacrifice, every silent prayer. And now, the answer is arriving with power. The enemy can no longer block it. The wall has fallen. The blessing has come. You are rising into the place that was always yours. The wall is gone. I am blessed to receive blessing 8404. There is a curse that is harder to see than others. It hides behind smiles. It speaks softly. It doesn't always look evil. But it's dangerous. Archangel Michael says this curse hides inside people who are close to you. Friends, family, even people who pray. That is how it stays hidden for so long. It doesn't come through strangers. It comes through familiar faces. The enemy knows that when someone close to you speaks, you listen. That's why he uses the words of loved ones to plant fear, doubt, and curses in your life. A parent says, "You'll never be anything." A partner says, "No one will love you." A friend says, "You're always unlucky." These words enter your spirit, and if you don't reject them, they take root. I break every curse spoken by familiar voices to receive blessing 7555. These people may not even know they were being used. Some of them hurt themselves. Some carried their own curses. But their words wounded you deeply. And over time, you started to believe them. That belief gave power to the curse. You stopped dreaming. You stopped hoping. You started expecting failure. That's exactly what the enemy wanted. Archangel Michael says this. Today, the hidden curses are being exposed. You don't need to be afraid. God is not asking you to hate those people. He's asking you to release the words they spoke. He's asking you to cancel their power. You are not what they said. You are who God says you are. And God says you are free, chosen, called, and blessed. I release every false word spoken over me to receive blessing 7,892. Sometimes the curse hides behind love. You stayed in a toxic friendship because you felt guilty. You allowed manipulation because you were afraid to lose someone. You gave your energy to people who never poured back into you. The curse made you believe that this was normal. But it was never normal. It was spiritual bondage disguised as loyalty. You must understand this clearly. God does not call you to stay in places that kill your spirit. He calls you to rise. He calls you to protect your peace. He calls you to love yourself enough to walk away from what is not for Him. It is not rebellion. It is obedience. When you disconnect from the wrong people, you reconnect with your purpose. I choose obedience over familiar pain to receive blessing 8033. You may feel torn right now. You love these people. You don't want to hurt them. But Archangel Michael reminds you, love does not mean allowing curses to stay. You can forgive and still create distance. You can honor someone and still protect your calling. You can walk in love and still walk away. God is not asking you to hate. He's asking you to heal. This is not just about people. It's about patterns. Look at the cycles in your life. Who was always around when things went wrong? Who always discouraged your growth? Who made you feel small whenever you tried to do something new? These are not just memories. These are clues. The curse often enters through repeated patterns, and the people tied to those patterns. I break the cycle of familiar bondage to receive blessing 8177. Today, you must speak this out loud. I bless them, but I release them. That one sentence is powerful. It removes the hook the curse was using. It breaks the tie. It sets you free. The enemy cannot stay where there is release. He thrives on resentment, anger, and guilt. But when you forgive and let go, the curse begins to die. And don't be surprised if you begin to see people drift away after this. Some may stop calling. Some may react with anger. That's okay. That's confirmation. The curse is losing its access. Heaven is protecting your space. God is making room for new people, divine connections, true friends, healthy voices. Your circle is being cleared so your calling can shine. God is healing the wounds those voices created. You are not broken. You are not small. You are not cursed. You are His. And today, He speaks louder than every voice that tried to shrink you. Let His words be final. Let His truth rise above all others. Let His love be louder than their judgment. You are walking out of the prison of people's opinions. You are stepping into the light of God's approval. The curse that hid behind love and familiarity has been revealed. And now, it is broken. The hidden curse is gone. I am whole to receive blessing 8444. There are some battles that do not begin during the day. They begin at night. Archangel Michael says that many curses try to attack you while you are sleeping. Why? Because when you sleep, your guard is down. Your body is resting, but your spirit is still awake. And the enemy knows that if he can enter your dreams, he can try to steal your peace. Have you ever had dreams where you felt fear, confusion, or heaviness? Have you seen snakes, shadows, or people from your past that made you uncomfortable? Have you ever woken up feeling tired, sad, or afraid without knowing why? These are not just dreams. These are spiritual attacks. They are signs that a curse has been trying to reach you in the night. Type God protects my dreams to receive blessing 7020. Nighttime attacks are real. Many people don't talk about them, but they are powerful. The enemy uses the night to whisper lies, send fear, and plant seeds of confusion. Sometimes, he tries to tie your spirit to things you thought you left behind. Sometimes, he tries to show you failure, death, or rejection, hoping you will agree with what you see in your sleep. Archangel Michael says this: no more. God is stepping into your dreams now. He is sending angels to guard your sleep. He is placing fire around your bed. The same God who speaks in dreams will now protect your dreams. You will no longer wake up tired. You will wake up refreshed. You will no longer fear the night. You will sleep in peace. Type my sleep belongs to God to receive blessing 7355. The curse that attacked your rest was not just about your body, it was about your destiny. The enemy knows that rest is holy. When you don't rest, your mind becomes weak. Your faith feels small. Your energy drops. That is why Satan has tried to keep you in a cycle of broken sleep and disturbing dreams. If he can take your rest, he can weaken your purpose. But God is restoring your night seasons. He is resetting your dreams. From now on, your dreams will be filled with light. You will hear divine instructions while you sleep. You will have visions that give you direction. God will use your sleep to strengthen you, not scare you. But what once a place of fear will now become a place of peace. Type I will dream with God to receive blessing 7666. You may also notice that in your dreams, old places or people return. That is not always because you miss them. Sometimes, it is because the enemy is trying to drag your spirit back to an old season. He wants to pull you backward. He wants to bring up old pain. But Archangel Michael says you will not go back. What God delivered you from is behind you forever. You must start praying before you sleep. Cover your mind. Anoint your bed. Speak scripture aloud. Say, no evil will visit me tonight. Only God's voice will find me in my dreams. When you do this, you are building a wall of light around your rest. You are inviting heaven into your room. You are showing the enemy that your nights are off limits. Type my past cannot touch my future to receive blessing 7788. Sometimes the dreams may seem small, but the feelings they leave are strong. You might dream of falling, getting lost, being chased, or being stuck. These are spiritual signs. They show you what the enemy is trying to do in secret. But once you see the pattern, you have power. You can pray. You can rebuke. You can cancel the plan of darkness before it enters your waking life. Do not fear your dreams anymore. Start writing them down. Ask God what they mean. Sometimes a dream is a warning. Other times, it is a promise. But all dreams that come from God will lead you closer to truth, not fear. You are not crazy. You are not weak. You are just waking up to the truth. You may have inherited this attack from someone in your bloodline. Nighttime battles may have followed your parents, your grandparents, or others before you. But the curse ends with you. You will not pass it on. You will teach your children how to protect their dreams. You will turn your bedroom into a sanctuary. Your pillow will become an altar. And God will visit you there. Tonight, when you close your eyes, angels will surround you. Heaven will fight for you. Your spirit will rest. Your soul will sing. And you will rise in the morning full of peace. Type my sleep is healed. My rest is holy to receive blessing 8030. There is a curse that does not stop you. It just slows you down and delays your steps. It makes everything harder, longer, heavier. You try to move forward, but progress feels slow. You try to change, but things take too long. This is not just life. This is a delay curse. Archangel Michael says this curse was designed to keep you from reaching your destiny on time. God has a plan for you, a path, a timeline. He has marked certain moments with divine appointments. But the enemy tries to delay those moments. If he can't destroy the promise, he'll try to delay it. Delay brings confusion. Delay makes you question God. Delay drains your energy. And if you're not careful, delay turns into defeat. Type delay has no power over me to receive blessing 7344. Some delays came through people. The wrong people entered your life and pulled you away from your purpose. Some delays came through fear. You second-guessed your gift. You waited too long to obey. Some delays came through attacks, health problems, loss, sudden changes. You blamed yourself, but this was deeper than you knew. There was a spiritual curse behind it. Archangel Michael says, the time thief is being judged now. The spirit that stole your time, your strength, and your progress is being stripped of its power. The things that should have happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, they are not gone. God is about to restore the time. What you lost will return, and it will come quickly. Type God is restoring my lost years to receive blessing 7680. You've been stuck in waiting rooms, waiting on people, waiting on money, waiting on answers. But some of those waiting seasons were traps. They were never meant to last this long. The enemy placed delay on your path like a spiritual fog. You didn't see clearly. You didn't know which door to take. And while you were standing still, time passed. But today, God is clearing the fog. He is making your next step clear. You will not wander anymore. You will not walk in circles. You will not go back and forth, confused and tired. You are stepping into a season of acceleration. What used to take years will happen in months. What used to be stuck will now move fast. I step into divine speed to receive blessing 7850. Even your body felt the curse. Your energy dropped. You felt tired all the time. You couldn't explain it. You thought it was physical, but it was spiritual. The delay curse brings heaviness. It drains the spirit. It makes even small tasks feel impossible. But now, a new strength is coming. God is sending wind to your feet, fire to your voice, clarity to your path. The enemy whispered, "You're behind." He tried to make you feel like you missed it. But God says, "I will redeem the time." You are not late. You are right on time, for my glory. This is not the end. It is the beginning of a fast-forward season. Every minute lost will be restored with interest. I am not behind. I am rising on time to receive blessing 7933. You may feel like too much time has passed. Maybe you think I'm too old or it's too late. But God says, it's not too late when I am the one calling. Moses started at 8. Sarah gave birth when it looked impossible. Joseph rose from prison in one night. What took others 10 years will take you 10 weeks. God is not limited by time. He owns it. You are about to walk into divine appointments. Open doors. Sudden opportunities. Ideas that were delayed will suddenly flow. Money that was blocked will be released. Connections that were hidden will appear. Your calendar is about to change. Heaven is removing the delay, and acceleration has begun. Type my timeline is now lined with heaven to receive blessing 8099. But hear this clearly. When God removes the delay, move quickly. Obey fast. Don't hesitate. Don't go back to old fears. When the door opens, walk through it. When God says speak, speak. When He says give, give. When He says go, go. This is not the time to wait again. This is the moment to run. Archangel Michael says, I have broken the grip of delay. Now it is up to you to move forward. Leave the past behind. Drop the guilt. Forget the wasted years. They are not wasted. They are being rewritten. You are about to go faster than ever before, and nothing will hold you back again. Type the delay is broken. I rise with speed to receive blessing 8221. There is a curse that doesn't come for your money. It doesn't come for your job. It doesn't even come for your body. It comes for your identity. It wants you to forget who you are. Archangel Michael says this curse attacks your name, your purpose, your confidence. It makes you feel small. It makes you feel lost. And once your identity is broken, everything else begins to fall apart. The enemy does not fear your gift. He fears your understanding of who you are. That's why he tries to confuse you. He whispers lies in your ear. You're not good enough. You're not strong enough. You're not chosen. You're not loved. These lies may come from your own thoughts or through others around you. If you believe them, the curse grows stronger. Type I reject every lie about who I am to receive blessing 7512. From a young age, you may have felt like you didn't fit in. You may have felt different, misunderstood, or left out. That was not a weakness. That was a sign. You were marked. Chosen. The curse tried to twist that feeling and turn it into shame. But God was setting you apart. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. Archangel Michael says, the war over your identity ends today. Heaven is restoring your true name. The name God gave you. Not what others called you. Not what your trauma told you. Not what your past said about you. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. You are a child of God. Type my name is written in heaven to receive blessing 7667. The curse of false identity causes people to settle for less. It makes you choose small things when you were created for greatness. It causes fear when you should have confidence. It makes you shrink when God is asking you to rise. But that ends now. The enemy can no longer lie to you about who you are. God says, before I formed you, I knew you. That means you existed in His heart before the curse ever showed up. The real you is powerful. The real you is bold. The real you is anointed. The real you is rising. And today, heaven is reminding your spirit of your true reflection. Type I rise as who I really am to receive blessing 7799. Sometimes, curses hide in words that were spoken over you. Maybe someone called you a mistake. Maybe someone made you feel like a burden. Maybe people always compared you to others. Those words stuck. They changed the way you saw yourself. They became like a mirror, showing a false version of you. But God is now smashing that mirror. You are stepping into a season of true identity. You will no longer be confused about your worth. You will no longer question your place. The lies are losing power. The shame is melting. The fear is fading. God is calling your name loudly, and this time you will hear it clearly. Type I see myself through God's eyes to receive blessing 7955. The devil tried to erase your name from the book of destiny, but God has written it in permanent ink. You were never disqualified. You were never forgotten. Your mistakes didn't cancel your calling. Your delays didn't erase your assignment. Heaven still knows your name. And today, you remember it too. You are not what happened to you. You are not what they did to you. You are not your trauma. You are not your failure. You are not your fear. You are who God says you are: healed, holy, chosen, anointed, bold, and rising. Type the false me is gone. I am God's child to receive blessing 8113. You've just felt chains fall. A false name was removed. A new identity is rising. And now, God invites you to help others experience this freedom too. When you give through Super Thanks, membership, or PayPal, you're not just supporting a video, you're sending spiritual fire into someone else's prison. You are planting a seed that multiplies freedom. Let me speak this into your spirit. As you sow into this prophetic move, may God sow into every area of your identity, restoring what was stolen, healing what was wounded, and accelerating what was delayed. The river you release will return to you as a flood of peace, purpose, and divine clarity. The PayPal link is in the description. This is more than generosity. It's prophetic action. Amu. You boldly. You prophetically. Let God use you. Money is not just a physical thing, it's spiritual too. Archangel Michael says there is a curse that targets your money. It doesn't come all at once. It works slowly, quietly. It creates leaks. It causes lack. It opens the door for emergency after emergency. Just when you start to get ahead, something happens that pulls you back down. That is not a coincidence. That is a curse. This curse was designed to keep you living in stress. It makes you work hard, but see little fruit. It makes you tired, but never settled. You look at your bank account and wonder, where did it all go? You budget, you plan, but something always breaks. Something always comes up. That's not just life. That's a spiritual drain. Type I seal every financial leak to receive blessing 7407. The curse over finances is one of the most common attacks because the enemy knows that money affects every area of life. He knows that if he can keep you poor, he can make you feel powerless. If he can create stress, he can weaken your faith. If he can tie up your money, he can slow down your purpose. That is why he has fought your finances so hard. Some of these financial battles did not begin with you. They are generational. Maybe poverty ran in your family. Maybe no one owned land or built wealth. Maybe every generation had debts, job losses, or sudden tragedies. That pattern is not just bad luck. It is a curse passed down through bloodlines. But you were born to break it. Type I break the financial curse over my family to receive blessing 7720. There are also spiritual doors that were opened unknowingly. Someone in your family may have made wrong covenants through rituals, gambling, dishonesty, or deals with darkness. These doors allowed financial destruction to enter. But now, through your faith, those doors can be shut. You have the authority to break every unclean tie that touches your money. God is not against money. He is the one who gives power to create wealth. He is the God of gold and silver. The streets in heaven are paved with gold. The enemy wants to convince you that struggling is holy. But that is a lie. Yes, we are called to trust God, not chase riches. But God does want to provide. He wants to bless you so that you can bless others. Tapa receive heaven's wealth with wisdom to receive blessing 7833. The curse has used fear to block your increase. You've been afraid to ask for more, afraid to expect miracles, afraid to believe that overflow is possible. You've lowered your dreams to match your income. You've gotten used to just enough. But Archangel Michael says, no more. The time for overflow has come. The time to rise above limits has begun. You are stepping into a season where your hands will be blessed. The work of your hands will produce. Your ideas will multiply. You will no longer work and see nothing. You will no longer give and feel empty. The curse that stole from you is being arrested. God is sending financial restoration. He is releasing resources from hidden places. Type, my hands are blessed. My harvest is ready to receive blessing 7991. But listen, this blessing is not just for comfort. It's for kingdom work. God is trusting you with more so you can do more. He's lifting the curse not just to help you survive, but so you can help others escape too. The enemy wanted to make you selfish, but God is making you generous. You are becoming a financial warrior, breaking poverty and building purpose. You must begin to declare over your money, every dollar I have is covered in the blood of Jesus. You must begin to anoint your wallet, your business, your job applications. You must invite God into your finances. When you honor him with what you have, he will increase it. When you reject fear and walk in faith, doors will open. Type, fear cannot touch my finances again to receive blessing 8122. You are breaking generational poverty. You are restoring what was stolen. You are stepping into provision that is not natural. It's supernatural. Money will no longer control your mood. Lack will no longer block your destiny. You are entering into the blessing of Abraham, the favor of Joseph, and the wisdom of Solomon. The financial curse is over. A famine is ending. The oil is flowing, and the blessing is coming. That the curse of poverty is broken. I rise with favor to receive blessing 8299. Some curses don't just affect one person. They affect a whole family. They move through generations, silently, solely, and deeply. Archangel Michael says there is a curse that has been following your bloodline for years. It may have started with your grandparents or even before. It moved from one person to the next, like a shadow that never leaves. You may have noticed patterns. Every woman in the family struggles with love or marriage. Every man faces addiction or anger. People rise for a while, then fall. Some face sickness, others mental torment. These are not just family habits. These are spiritual chains. They are patterns of bondage that move from one generation to the next. Type, I break every generational pattern to receive blessing 7414. You didn't choose the curse. You were born into it. But God chose you to end it. You are the breaker. You are the one heaven has marked to stop what started before you. That is why your life has been harder. That is why you faced battles no one warned you about. You were not being punished, you were being positioned. You are the turning point. The enemy has fought you harder because he sees your potential. If he can stop you, he can continue the cycle. But Archangel Michael says, the curse ends with you. You will not pass it to your children. You will not carry it any longer. You are the curse breaker, the line lifter, the freedom walker. Type, I am the first in my bloodline to break free to receive blessing 7636. This kind of curse can affect your health, your thoughts, your finances, and even your faith. Maybe you saw people in your family start with faith and then fall into darkness. Maybe they stopped praying. Maybe they got lost in pain. Maybe they gave up. That was not just personal failure, it was generational warfare. And you are now standing on the battlefield. But this time, you are not alone. God is with you. Heaven is backing you up. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword. Angels are standing by. And your obedience is creating a ripple effect. Every time you say no more, chains are breaking behind you. Every time you declare God's truth, roots of darkness are being pulled from your family tree. Type my obedience is breaking chains to receive blessing 7840. This is why you must heal. Your healing is not just for you. It's for everyone after you. When you forgive, they will be free. When you pray, they will be protected. When you break the habit, they will rise with new hope. You may have inherited the curse, but you will leave a legacy of freedom. Do not believe the lie that this is just how our family is. That is not truth. That is bondage speaking. God is writing a new story for your bloodline. One of peace, strength, faith, and freedom. Your last name will no longer carry pain. It will carry purpose. Type I rewrite the story of my family to receive blessing 7921. Some of you may feel resistance as you read this. Maybe a heaviness. Maybe doubt. That is because the curse is trembling. It knows it's being exposed. It knows you are starting to fight back. But you don't need to fear. You are covered. You are chosen. God has given you the power to reverse what was done. Start blessing your family. Speak life over their names. Even if they don't believe yet, your words have power. Pray for your bloodline. Anoint your home. Declare, every curse ends here. Every dark pattern is broken. Every new day is blessed. These words are not empty, they are keys. And you are unlocking freedom for those you love. Type my family will walk in freedom to receive blessing 8088. You are not just part of your family's past. You are the beginning of its future. What your parents couldn't break, you will. What your grandparents didn't know, you now understand. What your children haven't seen, they will walk in because of you. You are not cursed. You are called. You are not bound. You are chosen. Today, a shift has happened in your bloodline. The curse is being cut. The blessing is being released. And the next chapter begins with you. Type it ends with me. It begins with God to receive blessing 8302. Some curses do not come to attack your health or your finances. Instead, they target your relationships. They come to destroy love, break trust, and keep you alone. Archangel Michael says many people are under a relationship curse and do not even know it. It is why some people cannot stay connected. It is why love always turns into pain. It is why peace never lasts long in the home. Have you ever felt like people always leave you? Or that no matter how hard you try to love, things fall apart? Maybe it seems like you always attract the wrong people, or that those you trust always end up hurting you. These are not just bad experiences. These are signs of a deeper pattern. They are signs of a spiritual curse working behind the scenes. Type I break every curse against my relationships to receive blessing 7448. The enemy hates godly relationships. He knows that strong, healthy connections bring healing, joy, and growth. So he sends confusion. He sends lies. He sends people with wrong intentions. Where he sends the right people at the wrong time. This creates pain, drama, and heartbreak. And after a while, you stop trusting. You build walls. You expect rejection. Archangel Michael says this curse often begins early in life. Maybe someone you trusted betrayed you. Maybe you saw broken love growing up. Maybe your heart got wounded, and the enemy entered through that pain. From that moment on, every relationship felt harder. Every friendship seemed heavy. Every connection tamed with fear. Type I heal from past pain to receive blessing 7581. You may have said, I don't need anyone. But deep inside, you still long for real love. That longing is not a weakness. It's a design. God created you for connection. He said, it is not good for man to be alone. That means isolation is not your destiny. Loneliness is not your identity. But the curse tried to make you believe that was all you'd ever know. The curse also works through arguments. Small things turn into big fights. Misunderstandings grow quickly. People stop talking. Peace disappears. These are not just personality problems. These are spiritual patterns. The enemy plants division. He makes sure something always breaks the flow of love, just when things begin to feel stable. Taught peace will rule in my home, and heart to receive blessing 7717. But today, the pattern ends. Archangel Michael says the curse of broken relationships is being shattered. God is sending healing to your heart. He is restoring the way you love. He is making room for divine connections, people who are sent, not just present. People who will speak life, not confusion. People who will love with truth, not control. You must also forgive. Forgiveness is a weapon. The curse lives in anger, bitterness, and old wounds. But when you forgive, the curse loses power. You don't have to wait for an apology. You don't have to forget. You simply release the weight. You give the pain to God. You open your hands and say, I am not carrying this anymore. Type I forgive and I am free to receive blessing 7829. Some of you may need to let go of a relationship that has kept you stuck. It may be hard. You may still care. But God is saying, I have better for you. That person was part of your journey, but not your future. When you hold on to what God is trying to remove, you delay your own healing. Let go with grace, and trust that God knows what He's doing. Others of you are in healthy relationships, but the curse is trying to sneak in. It brings little fights, misunderstandings, or outside distractions. Stand against it. Pray together. Speak blessings over your connection. Protect your peace. Don't give the enemy room. You're what God gave you. Type love will not fail. Peace will not leave to receive blessing 7944. You are about to experience restoration. Friendships will return with maturity. Family wounds will be healed. A new love will come with peace, not pain. And you will finally feel what true connection is like. Safe, steady, spirit-led. The curse that made love feel like war is being broken now. Your heart will breathe again. Your home will be filled with light. You will no longer push people away in fear. You will no longer accept pain as love. You will rise in love and rise in truth. Type I am ready to love with wisdom and peace to receive blessing 8192. One of the strongest and most silent curses is the one that attacks your thoughts. Archangel Michael says this curse doesn't scream loudly. It whispers quietly. It makes you believe things that aren't true. It brings fear, anxiety, sadness, and hopelessness. And over time, it makes you feel like you are drowning. even when everything around you seems normal. Have you ever had heavy thoughts for no reason? You wake up tired. You feel pressure in your chest. You try to think positively, but the dark feelings return. That is not just a mood. That is not just stress. That could be a spiritual curse, one designed to cloud your thinking, control your emotions, and silence your joy. Type "My mind is covered by God's peace" to receive blessing 7525. This curse often begins with one painful moment, a trauma, a betrayal, a deep fear. The enemy uses that moment to enter your thinking. He begins to send thoughts like, "I'm not enough, nothing will change, something bad is coming." These thoughts seem like your own voice, but they are lies. Lies that you've been carrying in silence. Archangel Michael says, God is silencing the voice of the curse now. The thoughts that don't come from God are being removed. The lies are being erased. The mental fog is being lifted. God is clearing your mind so you can think with clarity, truth, and peace. This is not just encouragement. This is spiritual healing. Type "God's truth is louder than every lie" to receive blessing 7749. Many people are smiling on the outside, but broken inside. They go to work, take care of others, and look fine. But when they are alone, their minds are filled with fear, overthinking, and sadness. That is the hidden curse. It tries to drain your spirit in private so that you cannot rise in public. But that curse is losing power today. You are not weak. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are under attack, but now you are fighting back. You are learning how to speak truth when lies appear. You are learning how to protect your mind like a treasure. Because your thoughts shape your future, and the enemy knows that. But now, you know it too. Type "My thoughts belong to God, not darkness" to receive blessing 7836. The curse of mental confusion also brings forgetfulness, distraction, and spiritual numbness. You may feel like you're always busy, but nothing gets done. Or like you're always thinking, but never peaceful. This is not just a busy life. It is a spiritual battle. But God is bringing order. He is resetting your focus. You will think clearly again. One of the tools you must now use is declaration. Say out loud every day, "My mind is sharp. My mind is at peace. I think clearly. I choose truth. I reject fear." These words are weapons. They tear down strongholds. They push darkness out. They invite God in. Speak them even when you don't feel them. They will begin to change what you believe. Type "I declare clarity and peace over my mind" to receive blessing 7981. Sometimes the curse brings nightmares, strange dreams, and fearful images during the day. You may feel like something bad is always about to happen. That is not God's voice. That is fear trying to live in your imagination. But God says, "I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." A sound mind is your right. Your healing may not happen all at once. It may come little by little. One peaceful morning, one quiet night, one answered prayer. But every moment of peace is proof that the curse is breaking. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Keep declaring. Your freedom is growing stronger each day. Type "God is rebuilding my mind with peace" to receive blessing 8150. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes God heals us through others, through prayer, through wise words, through support. Don't suffer in silence. Don't let pride or fear keep you stuck. You are not alone. God is with you. Heaven is fighting for you, and help is coming from unexpected places. Your mind is sacred. Your thoughts are powerful. Your imagination is holy. The enemy tried to fill it with fear, but now God is filling it with light. You are no longer lost in your own head. You are being led by the Spirit. Your thoughts are being guarded by heaven. The mental curse is finished. The storm in your head is calming. The voice of truth is rising. Type, my mind is healed. I think with peace and power to receive blessing 8,300. You made it to the end, and that means something powerful. Archangel Michael says the very fact that you didn't scroll away, didn't give up, and didn't stop watching means the curse has lost its grip. Something has shifted in the spirit. You may not feel it yet, but heaven knows. Your name has been lifted. Your story is changing. You faced many kinds of curses, some spoken over you, some sent against you, some passed down through your family. But today, the pattern has been broken. You are not who you used to be. You are not where you used to be. And you will never return to the place of bondage again. You are now marked by heaven. Heaven, protected, sealed. The blood of Jesus has covered every door the enemy tried to enter. The angels of the Lord are surrounding your space. Your voice is rising. Your mind is healing. Your finances are shifting. Your heart is waking up. The curse is not just broken, it's gone. Archangel Michael says, now walk in your new life. That means you must live like someone who is free. Speak with faith. Move with boldness. Pray with power. Don't let old habits drag you back. Don't let guilt visit you again. The old season is dead. You are rising with new fire in your spirit. You were born for this moment. Hell tried to block it. Darkness tried to bury you. But God has lifted you up. And from this day forward, you are no longer cursed, you are called. Type, I am fully free. I am walking in the light to receive blessing 8,888. The curse has been broken, but now, this freedom must reach others. When you support this mission through Super Thanks, channel membership, or PayPal, you are sending light into someone else's darkness. This is not just a video, it's a warfare weapon, and every gift you give fuels its reach. Let me speak this clearly over you, because you partnered with God's Word. The same power that broke your curse will overflow into your home, your family, and your future. Your support becomes a seed, and that seed will grow into restoration, peace, and blessing for you and for many. The Lord says, give, and it shall be given to you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. That promise is alive for you right now. The PayPal link is in the description. What you sow will never return empty. It will come back multiplied, anointed, and overflowing. Now act. You boldly. So prophetically. Let God move through you.